Good afternoon, everyone. You see this bird? This is a young um, racing pigeon. My husband was in the garage and he noticed this bird. And when he looked at it, it had two bands. So there's a red band and a yellow band. So I called the Racing Pigeon Association. Well, I'll show you the website that I went to. And so I had to go chase this bird down. It is absolutely exhausted. And so I'm letting it eat before I start reading off the numbers of the bands. But I have the number and I'm going to call these ladies back. So if you ever find a pigeon with bands, they are handled daily. They are food trained for a shaker. They live in air conditioning, better accommodations than my chickens. So here in a little bit, we're going to get it out, read the numbers, call the ladies back, and find out who this is belonging to. So let me show you the site. Okay, so it is American Racing Pigeon Union Incorporated. And it gives you all of the information. They're out of Oklahoma, but they're all registered to this, I guess, this union. So he's a union bird. So the next thing we have to do is read the numbers and then contact Mary or Donna back at this number. So you ready? It feels like it's being spied on, but it is eating a lot, which means it was a hungry bird. So what I'm going to do is get it out, and then I'm going to try to read these numbers. I tried reading the instructions on how to read the numbers. I'm like, that ain't working. So I'm just going to go through and write down all of the numbers if I can. Are you ready? Okay. Oops. Hold on. Shh. Come on now. Calm down. Just calm down. Okay. So this is the number we want right here. We know it's a this year bird. 4227. So I'm going to write that down. 4227. You got to look at the other little bird, little ring. There is no number on that one. Okay. So it's a Cincinnati 4227. All right. Yeah, this is your debut. Okay, we're going to put that in. Hang on, you're okay. Okay. Oop, lost a feather. And it says SCIN, which I'm thinking is Cincinnati. So I'm going to make this call, and then I'll give you the update after I make the call. It's just a feather. Okay, so our bird is out of Hamilton, Ohio. That happens to be where I was born. So I've got the name and the number of the guy who bought 300 bands. Now, it's not to say that the bird has flown all the way from Hamilton, Ohio. It could be from a group where they purchase so many and then they divide them up. So my next thing is to call this person in Hamilton, Ohio. So let me do this. This is so exciting, you guys. Okay, so I called the guy in Ohio, and he knows the guy who had the other bands. And this guy was racing near Harrison, Ohio, which is right on the borderline of Ohio and Indiana. But then there's a buddy who does the racing that lives up in Sunman, right close to here. So I'm waiting for another call. Let's just keep waiting. Okay, so this is very interesting at this point. So we were completely wrong. The owner of the bird actually released this bird Sunday about 30 miles from me. in Indiana, well, on the cusp of Indiana, Ohio, and he's on his way here to get his bird. Very important little bird. So the saga continues. Your dad will be here really, really soon. Okay, so the owner is on his way to pick up the racing pigeon. So if you ever come across something like this, you find a bird with a band or with two bands or just one band, and you can get a hold of it. See what kind of bird it is, how do you read the band, and what does the band symbolize. This bird is going to go back to Okeana, Ohio, but it was released in Lawrenceburg, Indiana at a Home Depot. But Dad's coming from Okeana to pick him up, her, him, and the mystery solved. The bird's going back to its owner, and he's tired. He's been out since Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's a couple of days. Being a really well taken care of bird to being a wild bird. So he couldn't have come to a better place. That's why I want to get this out there, because if you do see stuff like this, because they do start racing them, they're doing small homing right now. And then when they start racing them, there's going to be a lot of people out there racing their birds. So if you come across a pigeon that has bands and you can get a hold of it, you can call that band number in or call the UA, and they'll take care of that for you. So happy ending, little bird. Hi, little bird. You're not used. He's a little shy. Y'all have a great evening. Hugs from a distance.